Modified rabbit here. I already did video, and I've already forgotten a lot of what I talked about and everything like that. And it was it wasn't super long, but it was longer than the normal videos. And my stupid tiny little micro SD card did a malfunction for my camera, because occasionally that happens, and whatever. But, I guess the medical thingy, yeah, because someone asked about that. Nothing too serious. Something it's good that I went to the doctor for, because I needed the antibiotics. So to start from the beginning of what is going on with me, ever since I was little, I've been dealing with recurring UTIs, like urinary tract infections, which is rare to have the recurring ones, especially for male, but but it happens, and I've been dealing with them since I was little, so it's like constant UTIs almost, or it's more rare for me to not have one than for me to have one. So it's like, the white blood cell count or whatever in urine is like too much and all that good stuff, and so it's really uncomfortable and whatnot. And for a long time, I didn't do anything about it or get anything done about it, because I didn't really know that any better. I was like, oh, that's just normal to me, type thing. And so, like, the past, 2 years, I've been actually doing stuff and, going into the doctor whenever I get one and get particularly uncomfortable or whatever, and they just give me antibiotics that I take for, a week, and then I'd be cool for that week pretty much, and then I'd be like, yay, and a couple days after my medicine runs out, because, you don't get a refill, because it's not something you're constantly getting, and then a couple days after I stop taking it, they come back, and I'm like, oh, but, yeah, she said that I was feeling that night, I was feeling, really hard heartbeat and stuff, and I did have high, blood pressure that day a little bit, but my heart seemed alright. They didn't need to do like a EKG or anything. But she said that she was worried that the UTI had gotten up into my kidneys, which, it probably did, because it's starting to hurt around that area. So she got me antibiotic for that too, but in general, that's the antibiotic kind of supposed to cure up the UTI. But she says that it can get into your bloodstream, which can affect your heart and stuff like that. So she's thinking that that's probably what was going on. And while I caught mine pretty early on enough, I guess, to it's not really an issue. But if it's left unchecked and stuff, I guess it can cause sepsis or something in the blood, and that's pretty bad. But so I just had some blood tests, and they put me on antibiotic, and they had urine tests, and she recommended me to a urologist and whatnot, so a specialist for that kind of stuff, so that maybe I can one day not be having them constantly. So there's that. It's nothing too bad, but it was good that I went in, because if I'd left it too long, it could have been real bad. But so it's nothing to worry about. I'm alright, and got my doctor's note for work and everything, and went back to work last night, and they're like, yeah, you can go back to work, and I was like, okay, cool. I felt alright last night, so I think we're okay, because I think the medicine helps a lot and whatnot. So another thing I wanted to talk about was a question somebody had asked when I was telling you all, if you ever have anything that you want me to talk about, let me know, and I can always see if I can answer any questions or anything like that. But one of the questions was how I get shoots, and there's a varying number of things that a model can do for getting photo shoots. It's a really dusty laptop. Including paying there's being paid for a shoot, because, you know, if a photographer or someone wants you specifically for their idea or whatever, their shoot, you know, they could end up paying you, or you could do a trade, like you do both your time for photos or whatever. So you're you both are pretty much trading your services to each other, which mostly happens in creative type things. So usually that's just for creative stuff, and it's not often done for business type things. I mean, it can be, but either way, it's good for like to have like paperworks and stuff for any of that stuff. Cause yeah, but yeah, the first shoot I ever had was a lady stopping me when I was walking and asking me if I'd model something for her or whatever, like her jewelry or whatever, and I really hated that experience. It was just awful, and I didn't like it. It made modeling, like, I didn't like modeling because of that. I was like, I'm never gonna do it. And then a friend told me about the alternative thing, and it's like, he's like, you'd probably be more comfortable, you know, alternative modeling. And so I got a decent, you know, an okay headshot and body type thing to show what photographers would be working with type thing. And I joined groups, Facebook groups that were in my idiot area, like city and state, and like photography and modeling groups. And then I made a post saying I was a fairly new model and looking to see if any photographers needed, you know, to build their portfolio as well. And, you know, kind of did like a little trade thing for a lot of that. I've been contacted a couple times for paid work, and then, you know, I definitely do a lot of trade work because the creative thing, I have photographers that contact me and want to work with me. I usually a lot of the time I come up with my own theme, and have my own makeup and everything done, so I don't really require a makeup artist or anything like that, and I think that helps a lot too. But I think a big thing with me, when photographers contact me, is because of the theme thing. I do tend to come up with really nifty themes, a little fantasy stuff or anything like that, and it's just really fun, you know. And it's like a really big, nice creative thing, and so that ends up being a lot of trade work. So that's really fun, and I like the trade work because everybody has fun. There's not a lot, you know, like, it's not as stressful as, you know, like paid work on either side or anything like that. So, you know, there's not like super duper high expectations for it. It's just, we're all doing a nice artistic thing, and if we get some amazing photos out of it, that's fantastic, you know, and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that's kind of how you get shoots and whatnot. There's so many different ways depending on what you're doing or what they're looking for, what you're looking for, and all that stuff. And yeah, I'm not even going to go into all the etiquette of everything and whatnot, you know, because that'd take too long. But there's definitely a lot of hard work on each side. You know, you've got not just standing around taking photos. I mean, photographer knows what angles are good and for, you know, lighting and everything like that, let alone, and that's just like during the shoot. Then you have the editing and whatnot, and some photographers go like above and beyond with their editing. Some like to do like the bare minimum because they don't like an edited look. Sorry, I just ate an edited look. And some, you know, love doing massive amounts of editing where, you know, it's like a highly fantasy type look. And I personally really like that, or an in between the two type thing, because a lot of my looks are more fantasy, or a lot of an alternative makeup look and everything like that, which usually does pretty good with a mid to high edited photo. So that's pretty nice. So yeah, there's a lot on there at that end, and then for the modeling, it's, I mean, holding certain poses is very uncomfortable for long periods of time, and not looking awkward and such is a lot harder than one would think. I know there's a couple photos I've seen myself in where it's like, I definitely look awkward in that one. I could have did that a little better, type thing. And so it's like constantly improving type ordeal. But yeah, it's definitely more than just looking nice and stuff like that. So you gotta know how you're doing your poses and everything. And honestly, I like learning about a little bit about the photography end of it, because it does help if you pay attention and know a little about your lighting and what angle is good on what poses and stuff. So you can, you're not just leaving it up to the photographer to tell you what to do, because some of them don't. Some of them just leave you to do your thing, and some of them like to pitch in a little bit on telling you, hey, pose this way, and some of them just completely are, do this, this is what I want, stuff. And so it's always good to be prepared anyways on whatever, because if they don't at all like tell you how to pose or how they want you to pose, then you're left to do it. And if you don't know what you're doing for posing or anything, you're like, crap, I don't know what to do, and then that makes the whole shoot awkward and take forever, and you don't get a lot of good photos and anything like that. And yeah, so I actually like to plan out a shoot a good like month or more ahead of time, and I'll draw posing because my memory's really crappy. So it's good, like so it wouldn't be great for, my memory would not be great for spontaneous shooting type thing. But so I draw out a lot of my posing and stuff, and we'll bring that with. So I also draw up a lot of the makeup look and everything like that, so that's pretty, yeah. But yeah, I always do a lot to plan shoots and everything, so I just kind of forgot what I was going to say. Talking about my bad memory, and I just forget what I was going to say. Oh, goodness. So yeah, that's kind of what all that, how I go about doing all that and whatnot. And I guess I'll talk about some of the other things that I've been asked to talk about some other time, because this one's getting a little long. So I'll see you guys later. I'm going to try and edit the snippets of the hair process thing video together. So gotta get on the laptop to do that, and hopefully I can find my little phone cord thing. If not, I'll have to wait till tomorrow to do the editing and ask my partner where the phone cord USB is. So I'm also cooking before I go back to sleep, which will be soon, for work or whatever. I'm trying to get food for us for the next few days for leftovers to take to work for the both of us, so it's not just ramen or something. So yeah, anywho, I'm gonna go sleep now. Well, soon. I don't know. Just done with the video. See you guys tomorrow.